If you leave me a good time, I swear you are like the oxygen I need.
What's up, guys? Pine from Burger Motorsports here, back with a new car behind me. We're going to be testing the Land Rover Defender Octa. This is equipped with the BMW engine. You guys might be familiar with it. We definitely are. It is the S68 V8 4.4 liter twin turbo engine. From factory, it's supposed to make 626 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of torque. Well, we got the car strapped on the dyno. Let's go ahead and see how that stacks up to the factory numbers. Baseline, no JB4. And there you have it, guys. Baseline is done on 91 octane from California, which is not the greatest. It made 558 wheel horsepower and 560 wheel torque. On the gas cap, it recommends 93 octane, but we don't really have that here. Once we strap the JB4 on and start going up the maps, I know I'm going to have to add some ethanol so we can bring that octane up to mimic the 93 octane for you guys out there. Preliminary run looks good. Let's go ahead and install the JB4 system so we can maximize our gains and horsepower. Time to install the S68 JB4 system. With the JB4, you'll get this nice case and you'll open up to your JB4 system. First, you're gonna have the OBD. This connects directly to your OBD port and to the JB4 system. This will allow us to get all the CAN bus data we need to tune properly and make sure all the safety parameters are in place when we're turning up the horsepower. In here, you'll find the sweet JB4 enclosed in a nice billet aluminum enclosure that'll keep the system safe and sound. The harness we provide comes with OEM connectors with a male and female side, which will connect directly to the map sensors and electronic wastegate in this application. So we have full control over boost to make all the power that we need in a safe manner to keep torque down, make sure the transmission and engine stay alive. We have an expander Bluetooth system. This connects directly to the JB4 inside of the enclosure, which will allow you to do map switching, JB4 logging, clearing and deleting codes, and much more right off the palm of your Android or iPhone device. Enough talking, let's go ahead and install the system and start with map 1 on the dyno. I just finished getting the JB4 installed. It is default on map 1, so let's go ahead and dyno it and see what gains we can get off 91 octane. Map 1 results look great. For 91 octane, this is more than anyone would expect. 595 wheel horsepower and 629 wheel torque. Okay, checking the log on map 1 before we go ahead to map 2. I do see some timing corrections, and I guess this is the most we would like to safely push it on 91 octane. So I'm going to go ahead, add a couple gallons of E85 to get it up to E20, which is basically the 93 octane equivalent, so we can go ahead on map 2 and above. So stay tuned, I'm about to pour some gas in there so we can raise the power up. Now that we got some ethanol in there, 93 octane in the tank, let's go ahead and run map 2 and see what more gains we can get. Holy moly, those numbers from map 1 to map 2 are crazy. We went from 595 wheel horsepower to 660 wheel horsepower, all from just raising a little bit of octane and going up to map 2. So we already have over 100 wheel horsepower gain and 90 wheel torque. Looking at the log, it is loving that octane. We're peaking around 16 PSI, which is nothing for this engine. So let's go ahead, kick it to map 3, and let's see how much more gains we can get. Map 3 ended with 678 wheel horsepower and 665 wheel torque. Looking at the log right now, we're hitting a peak of 17 PSI, minimal timing corrections, But overall, this looks really good for 93 octane. I think that's the most we're gonna push it on this pump gas. Let's add a little bit more E85 to bring it up to the E30 blend, and let's go ahead for map 4. Let's see what gains we can get with that. Now that I got E30 in the tank, let's go ahead, set it to map 4. Since we're creeping up on the torque and horsepower numbers, I think this might be the last map that we do. This was the same thing that we did on the X7, which is equipped with the same exact engine, but it's detuned a lot more from BMW factory. So let's go ahead, do our map 4 run, see how much more gains we can get. Oh my god, map 4, huge gains just again from adding octane and another pound of boost. 18 psi up top, we're making 699.85 wheel horsepower and 671 wheel torque. This looks like it's going to be the max that we're going to push it, basically replicating the same output numbers that we made with the X7 M60i. I'm going to rig something up to see if we can get any more horsepower with intakes just for fun, and let's see how it sounds. Now that I finished getting the intakes on, let's go ahead and dyno it again on map 4. No tuning changes, just the intakes. Let's see if we make any gains or not. Usually we get lots of good sounds from these intakes, as we have previously on our S63 and S68M engines. Let's go ahead and dyno it now and see if we can get any more horsepower. Just as I suspected, 15 wheel horsepower gains just from an intake. Simple mod, great sounds, great performance. We made 715 wheel horsepower and 687 wheel torque. Map 4, E30 blend, JB4 intake. That is astounding. Over 150 wheel horsepower and 120 wheel torque gains. Simple mods, all the power, and that's how you do it. JB4 for the win. That is all for tonight. We're gonna end it here. Let us know in the comments what else you'd like us to tune and see and put on our dyno jet. Don't forget to grab some merch. We got some sweaters, we got some hats, and much more. Comment, like, subscribe, stay tuned for our next videos. Thank you guys.
But then I follow come, love is silicon. I got the finish work.